A Catholic League versus Public League basketball matchup between the Explorers of LaSalle and the Rail Splitters of Abraham Lincoln High School. Bob Long, Ray Gomez alongside to bring this one to you. Yes, a little bit of a different site than we saw just a week ago. Spectators limited here at LaSalle, and so excited to bring the broadcast to those of you that cannot be at the game here today. Meeting the Rail Splitters of Abraham Lincoln, the starters, Nassim Wright, Tamir Powell. Powell, a 6'3" senior guard, averaging 17 points per game. Rashawn Locke-Hinks leads the team in assists. Rodney Shelton. And then finally, who you just saw, Amir Thomas, number 24, 6'7" wing, averaging 18 points per game, the top rebounder at 8 rebounds per contest. Now we'll meet the Explorers of LaSalle. Sam Brown, the team's leader in scoring, in free throw percentage, and a wonderful ball handler, offensive creator. Chris Williams introduced next, had a blistering start to the season, a strong contributor out of this LaSalle backcourt. Nick Verano headed to Army next year, the senior guard, a captain on this Explorer team. Horace Simmons, statistically the best three-point shooter on the team last year at over 50%, provides length, team's leading shot blocker, and then Tim Jennings rounds out the front court for this Explorer team. Head coach for Abraham Lincoln is Jamel Lindsay. Head coach for LaSalle, already his 4th year, Mike McKee. Ray, welcome. Great to have you back on. Will Gomez is on camera. Great to have the Gomez brothers flanking me to my left and right. And Ray, should be a great basketball game here today.
Oh, it definitely will, Bob. It's great to be back after my little hiatus during the Christmas break. It's always great to be back and watch some LaSalle basketball.
LaSalle will wear white here today. Abraham Lincoln will wear black. Lincoln, a team that just last year was in the District 12 final game in the 6A against Archbishop Wood High School. That game was played, Ray, right here in this building, and it was a shootout. Defense optional, but one of the most entertaining games that you'll see. Archbishop Wood did win that game late, but Abraham Lincoln High School represented the public league well. It's kind of a shame, Will, because in another year they just would have been the 2 seed out of District 12 in the PIAA state playoffs. As it turned out, with the abridged playoff, that was the end of their season. Archbishop Wood went all the way to the final and lost to Reading in that final. But we're underway here. The Rail Splitters, they'll play a lot of pressure defense, 94 feet for 32 minutes. It'll be a lot for LaSalle to handle. And the Explorers start with a deep look. Nick Ferrano, nothing but net.
He's shown that confidence that he's shown all season long, never afraid to take an open shot, even no matter how deep it is.
Now Locke Hicks, he'll be the smallest guy on the floor at 5'9" here today, but runs the show offensively at point guard. A 3, no good off the hands of Nassim Wright. Now Brown had his eyes on Jennings. They'll switch it to the other side of the floor. Horace Simmons now guarded by Tamir Powell. Simmons gets into the lane, tough shot. Everything but the finish. Jennings got a hand on it and couldn't quite save it. Good effort by the LaSalle big. Turning it back over, though, to the Rail Splitters of Abraham Lincoln.
Jennings will definitely have his work cut out for him today, Bob, especially going against Thomas, who is certainly a great rebounder. It's going to be interesting to see those 2 bigs compete for the boards.
LaSalle comes out in a 2-3 zone. Locke Hicks nearly had the shot. This is Tamir Powell. He, along with Thomas, as mentioned down low, will pace this team with scoring, averaging nearly 40 points per game between the two of them. Timeout called by Lincoln, 6:38 to play here in the first quarter. And this portion of today's game brought to you by our partners at E&M Insurance LLC, run by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and well connected within the Alumni Association Board. Chris does a great job for his clients. He can do a great job for you, comparing coverages, making sure you have the best prices, most importantly, the best service and coverage. That's E&M Insurance, located in North Wales, helping you both on the personal side and the corporate side. And particularly of note right now, some high school kids coming of age, getting their licenses. Well, Chris can be the guy to make sure that you're getting the best coverage at the best rate. That's E&M Insurance LLC.
Bob, are you expecting this game to be a high-scoring one, or are you thinking it's going to be more of a defensive one?
Listen, we've seen Lincoln before. I mean, this is a team that they have a couple of guys that couldn't play here today for various reasons, but they still have that scoring prowess on the floor. They love to run the up-tempo. I think that's why LaSalle maybe went zone a little bit, and they elicit the turnover. Sam Brown ahead of the defense, throws it down. Meet me at the summit. Sam Brown, it's 5-0.
Oh, my God, Bob. That was one heck of a dunk from Sam Brown, showing that athleticism. Obviously, a D1 athlete going to Rutgers next year for football, just showing off with that slam.
No good on the miss there. Coming back the other way.
Bob, you can always see that pressure from Lincoln, definitely hurting this LaSalle offense a little bit, making it a little harder for them to get their offense in rhythm.
Yeah, but, you know, Lincoln hasn't been able to score the bucket yet, Ray, and what that does is makes it really tough to pick up full court. Nix Verano has it blocked. Nice job by Rodney Shelton, the 6'7" forward. But given away, and LaSalle gets it right back. They'll try to spring Sam Brown. He couldn't carry it in. Just let him pass. Tried to channel the inner running back coming out of the backfield, taking the wheel route pass.
That was
just long.
That was certainly a good try, Bob. I mean, good look from Nix, just a little out front. Good play. I mean, this defense from LaSalle has certainly been hindering this rail splitter offense and causing them to be a little bit discomforted. I like the decision with zone. They've played very well, I think, throughout the season with zone, and you see its effect here.
Locke Hicks had a great look, couldn't hit it though. Horace Simmons came down with the carom. On the other hand, Lincoln has stayed in the man-to-man. Jennings, good back cut, a lot of contact there. Williams came up with the basketball. Verano open for three. It's good, and Nix Verano has hit 2 threes. Has 6 of the 8 for this Explorer team. I think you might remember the other 2. Comes by way of the one-handed flush from Sam Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And now the other way. Another steal. Simmons nearly finished it. He will go to the line to shoot 2. And LaSalle, Ray, the difference so far, eliciting those turnovers, it leads to the offense.
What a great job by getting that ball ahead to Horace, and he almost finished. That would have been one heck of a finish if he would have gotten that, but he still gets 2 at the line.
Wholesale substitutions. Yes, I mean wholesale. All 5 come off the floor. Chris Carabello going to take his time introducing all of these new guys on the floor. He's looking back at us saying.
I mean, as you said, Bob, this defense that Lincoln runs is obviously very demanding. It makes sense why they're doing this mass sub to make sure that they're always fresh in their rotation. Kyrie
Jenkins out there on the floor. And mishandled in the corner. Malachi Montgomery, the sophomore guard, couldn't bring it in. 10-0 LaSalle. A great start from this Explorer team. Great look for Tim Jennings and a good finish.
I like that little mid-range find by Nix. He's certainly showing why he's going to Army next year. One heck of a player, and is a great leader for this LaSalle team.
And he stepped on the end line, so no shot. It was out of bounds. Right to that point about Nix Verano, the thing that he's done so well this year, getting better off the dribble. He's always been great shooting a 3. He's always been able to get to the basket, but it's been a concerted effort, and he's done a much better job with it. Just like he did there, drawing a second defender. That's why Jennings was able to finish on the first one, because not only did he take 1, but 2 defenders. Now a giveaway, kept in by Lincoln. Numbers, but too strong off the glass and last tipped by the rail splitters. Heads back the other way. Eddie Howard there, I think, had 1 more pass to the weak side block, Ray. That might have been the best opportunity to get a look at the bucket.
I want to say good job by Kyrie Jenkins being able to get out in front and tip that ball in front of Sam Brown. Obviously a very physical player, able to definitely move some players around, but Jenkins showing how strong he is.
A blocking foul called. Sam Brown charged in. Tahir Davis didn't have the proper position. A nice job by Chris Williams. The find on the back cut, Sam Brown, the off-ball movement. And they're rewarded with their best foul shooter at better than 90%, Sam Brown at the line for 2.
I think you also have to call, or say it like you see it, Bob. I mean, Sam's at the line so much. That's why he's such a great foul shooter. He plays a very physical style of basketball. He's always getting to that rim, trying to finish, but you shouldn't neglect his outside shooting either. He's still a pretty solid three-point shooter, and it really makes it hard for him, for teams to guard him all over the court.
Yeah, you're certainly right. Sam Brown, and not just the volume, but it's the quality. I mean, he practices that all day long. And it shows, getting to the foul line a lot and finishing when he gets there. Now LaSalle up 13-0. Tough shot through traffic, won't go. LaSalle got a hand on it, and Chris Williams out and muscles the defender for the basketball. But then a jump ball is called. Alternate possession will keep it with the Rail Splitters.
I mean, good job by Williams trying to get that board, keep it down. I know one thing this LaSalle team is going to struggle with against this Rail Splitter team is boards. LaSalle has sort of struggled with that all season, not to say they're not good at rebounding, but this Rail Splitter team will definitely give them a run for their money in that department.
And they'll go to the line to shoot 2. Eddie Howard got into the area, put the shot up, created some traffic. Foul's going to go against Nix Verano on the swipe down.
So, Bob, one thing I want to bring up that I know you and I were talking about earlier is that I think one thing about this Rail Splitter team is how young they are compared to some of these other teams that LaSalle has gone against. They have multiple sophomores, juniors, and even some freshmen on this team.
Right.
And this is, I think, a great game for them to send some of them out, as you said, in this mass sub to try and learn and play against this good LaSalle team.
Sam Brown loves that spot in the corner and hits it again. He hit 3 from that spot in last week's game against Malvern Prep. Continues on here. It's 16-0. 2:32 to go first quarter. A long 3 won't go. Maybe a bit of a settle there for Lincoln High School. And LaSalle out on the break. Shields back for Williams. Contact, count it, and 1.
This LaSalle team is on an 18-0 run and is certainly playing amazing to start this game, the way that they want to.
Great look by Shields there as well. Certainly still moving. The defender not in legal guarding position. Too good from Williams.
I think it's just impressive with Williams' finish there. I mean, Williams, obviously, I see him more as a three-point shooter and more as a jump shooter, but definitely showing there his ability to finish around this rim. This LaSalle team is so versatile with all their players being able to shoot and score all throughout the court. No weakness in my mind on scoring-wise for this LaSalle team.
Sure. I mean, and from a standpoint of having another ball handler on the floor, that's very important for this team. They had a couple of guards that could run the point last year that are no longer with the program. On to greener pastures at the college level. Connor Cyberlick picks up a nickel dimer in the backcourt, and Williams provides that ball handling and a lot more, as you saw on the other end of the floor. Score is 19-0 LaSalle. 3 is good, and they're on the board. Tamir Powell hits the 3.
As you said, Bob, Powell is an amazing scorer for this Rail Splitter team. They are certainly, I think that they're certainly one of the best scoring teams in all of PA. And I mean, LaSalle's certainly been able to lock them down with their zone. They've been able to hold them and make them uncomfortable.
Connor Cyberlick for 3, his first 3 of the night, and everybody's getting in on the act. That one just thrown away by Lincoln. A given away possession, tough when you're down this much in the first quarter. You got to make sure you're at least getting a look on each possession.
I think it's this LaSalle defense. They've just made this Rail Splitter team so uncomfortable throughout this whole game and kept the pressure on them, not giving them good looks at all.
Here's the giveaway to the hoop. Solid finish, Nassim Wright. And that's when this team is really good, forcing turnovers. Again, they're going to go 94 feet defensively, 32 minutes in every basketball game.
And I feel like going back to what you said, having all these guards being able to handle the ball in this LaSalle team has really helped them against this Rail Splitter team to start off.
Good job by Cyberlick to come up with that one. Sam Brown got the long 2 on the baseline, 24-5.
If this was 2K, Bob, that would be his hot zone right there.
And everything but the finish. Joe Shields came down with the rebound. Strong catch by Sam Brown. He's just outrunning this team down the floor. It's too strong off the glass. Out comes Lincoln the other way. No numbers, doesn't matter. Dribbled himself right into a turnover. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. 24-5, LaSalle in control.
And for the Explorers, number 23, Horace Simmons.
Brown across the timeline. LaSalle can hold it. 17 seconds now left in the first quarter, likely to take the last possession. Have to be thrilled if you're a LaSalle Explorer fan with how well this team has played. Offensive foul, Nick Verano maybe a little out of control coming through the lane. Good defensive positioning by Tamir Powell.
Certainly putting his body on the line for that play, getting that ball back, giving these Rail Splitters the last possession, I assume, of the first quarter.
And already the second personal foul on Nick Verano, who remains out there for the final 7 seconds. This defensive possession here in the first quarter. Corner 3 at the horn, short, got it up in time, but no good. That's the end of the first quarter. LaSalle in control, 24-5 over Lincoln High School. This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball. Are you looking for AAU basketball this spring and summer? Next Play Basketball, started by Matt Paul and Ryan Ansel, is a program designed to help players elevate their game and prepare to play at the next level. Next Play has boys and girls teams from 4th to 11th graders and is based in Delaware and Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Visit nextplaybasketball.com for more information about tryouts and other programming. Additionally, I want to tell you about Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. Wonderful realtors in the area, helping you either buy or sell your dream home. Check out their contact information on the graphic in front of you, and make sure you give them a shout, an opportunity to earn your business. They won't let you down. It's an interesting, tough marketplace to buy. You want to make sure you're getting the right value for your home if you sell. Can't highly recommend 2 realtors more than these 2. They are great ambassadors for LaSalle and will help you, advocate for you throughout the whole process. That's Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. Well, a good 8-minute period there, Ray, for the Explorers, coming back out in the second quarter. Learning a lot about themselves against a high-pressure team. A couple of turnovers, but generally speaking, they've created some easy buckets off of pressure situations. Here is a giveaway. And a finish, Tamir Powell.
I mean, Bob, this defense that the Rail Splitters are coming out with has certainly caused a few turnovers, as you said, but I think it goes back to also what you said with all these people being able to handle for LaSalle, being able to handle that ball, being able to cause that pressure to move back and be able to set themselves up offensively.
Powell again. Good finish and body control. Horace Simmons went back, maybe a little bit easy there. I thought a nice job to pull himself up, hit the floater, avoid the offensive foul, and it's back down to a 15-point game. Verano taken away from him, another turnover. Big time slam, Amir Thomas. So all of a sudden, Ray, 6 straight and nearly another turnover. Fouled from behind, Nassim Wright.
LaSalle bringing in Chris Williams probably to try and help play against this pressure and trying to add another ball handler onto the court.
First foul against Nassim Wright. And LaSalle looking for answers here. Ryan Swords checks in, replacing Connor Cyberlick.
Abraham Lincoln has certainly come out in this second quarter with some fire under their feet here, trying to get back those points that they let up in the first quarter.
And that's excellent breaking of the pressure by LaSalle. Williams to the corner. Sword, skip pass for Brown, pull up and hit. Now that is some good offense there, Ray, start to finish.
Certainly is. LaSalle, that is exactly what they want to do every time against this rail splitter press.
Powell, nobody there really rebounding even defensively. Another foul is called. This is going to go against Lincoln, their 5th team foul. And that's going to go against Jameer Trout, wearing number 30 today, listed on the roster as 4. That's his 2nd personal foul, Trout. Double team comes on Joe Shields in a tough spot, and it's poked away from Williams. That one thrown at the feet at Tamir Powell. He'll reset. That's a good idea.
If you're the rail splitters, you're loving how the second quarter has certainly gone, Bob, especially because you didn't like the way that first quarter started. Being able to bring that pressure to just start off and being able to get the ball off. I at least think there was at least 3 to 4 turnovers to start this quarter for LaSalle.
No good on the 3 from Shields. Contact, no shot. Nassim Wright fouled on the play by Ryan Sorge. Team's 4th, his 1st. Sam Brown takes a quick seat. I would guess that is not a particularly long rest that he'll have on the bench there, trying to stave off a couple of minutes for him to sit on the bench as they start moving forward here with number 24, Amir Thomas. Here's a baseline drive, stepped on the end line, Rashawn Locke-Hicks. A guy, Ray, who leads this team with 6 assists per game. That time got a little too deep amongst the trees, ran out of room. You leave your feet to pass the ball, never a good thing.
Yeah. Certainly isn't how you would like to do it, how you would like that to go. But, I mean, obviously leading in assists, he has good vision. It's not easy against certainly this LaSalle team, bringing out that pressure in zone, causing this Lincoln offense, or this Abraham Lincoln offense, to certainly be unsettled in the beginning of this game. But they seem to have settled down a little bit and are certainly scoring the ball.
Chris Williams had a wonderful catch there as LaSalle was breaking the pressure, and then the extra pass to Ryan Sorge. Great look, good finish by the Explorers. It'll go right back to LaSalle, going back the other way. Unfortunately for this LaSalle student section, a favorite of theirs, and throughout high school basketball in Philadelphia and beyond, the old air ball call. But with the reduced student section and the reduced spectators here today, you don't get to hear that tradition. 28-11 the score, 4:54 to go. Good look for Williams. Williams fouled, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. Attacks the body of the shot blocker. That's going to go against Tamir Powell.
Once again, Williams going to that rim, trying to finish through contact. Did a great job there getting the foul call. And going back to what you said, Bob, I mean, this LaSalle student section is one of the best parts about LaSalle basketball. Though their numbers might not be as much as some people would like, it just makes that this much important what we do here, Bob, and being able to bring this game to everyone who watches. And thank you to everyone who watches, too.
1 of 2 from the line for Chris Williams. Inside they go. Horace Simmons got a hand on it, somehow stayed in bounds, and it's going to go to the Explorers. Good work by Horace Simmons defensively. That's one of those things, Ray, where sometimes Coach will tell you, hey, don't save it under the opponent's offensive basket. Sometimes can lead to an easy one. The effort was there, and then the result ended up coming. But you can understand both sides of that discussion. Horace Simmons, reward him, almost got it to go. Good shot by Horace Simmons. Good find in the middle, Sam Brown. Big possession here for Lincoln, 4:17 to go. They came back with a 6-0 run, Ray, and then LaSalle, they've answered back with 5-0 of their own. And they're going to get the ball right back.
A little bit too much for Thomas there. I like the look, just I don't know if that's his shot that he should take there.
And again, I think the zone, the right type of defense to play against this team from Lincoln, a team that loves to get out on the break, speed up the pace. A zone is naturally going to slow down your offense a little bit, force you to pass the ball around the perimeter. I think LaSalle will take a bunch of threes taken by Lincoln High School. Foul called 94 feet from the basket, already the 7th team foul against Lincoln. So into the bonus goes Nick Verano and this Explorer team.
I mean, I agree with you, Bob, with what you had to say there. I like this LaSalle defense throughout the whole season. I love the effort they bring, because some teams, they're more focused on their offensive front, but you see this LaSalle team playing both sides full-heartedly and really giving it all on both sides, and I feel like that's what makes a full team, and Coach McKee does a great job instilling that in his players.
Nick Verano, he hits both. He came into the year shooting 8 for 13 from the line, now 10 of 15. You can find all of those stats from Huck Palmer's page for the Philadelphia Catholic League. Does an excellent job keeping all the stats. Follow him on Twitter for all Philadelphia Catholic League insights, as that one's knocked away from Sam Brown by Tamir Powell. That's AOPathletics.org. That's where you can find all of Huck Palmer's Philadelphia Catholic League statistics. Can be your Bible for the high school basketball season. Horace Simmons fouled on his way up, was trying to throw that one down with one hand. He'll shoot 2 at the line, 3:36 to play, second quarter. Already the 3rd personal foul on Jameer Trout.
This LaSalle team just keeps attacking that basket, and you see them being rewarded with all these foul shots they've gotten in these first 2 quarters.
Substitution for Lincoln, number 5, Tajir Davis.
Two for 2 at the line. LaSalle's been a very strong foul shooting team this year. Nothing to dissuade that opinion. Here's Tim Jennings stepping in front of the pass. Aggressive in the zone. Verano, and he throws that one away. Thomas. Good finish.
It looked like Nix might have gotten hit there when he was trying to pass the ball out to Williams.
Foul going to be called against Thomas. Imir Thomas, 18 and 8, averaging this year for the Rail Splitters. 9th team foul, just his first personal. Simmons, 18 for 26 from the line on the year. Again, it kind of goes down and down as you go further down on this, on the LaSalle stat sheet, how well they shoot the free throws. Sam Brown leads all players with 42 foul shot attempts coming into the year at 90% clip. Nick Verano, 62%. Simmons up around 70 now after he hits these 2 foul shots. Chris Williams, 18 of 20 from the line on the year, 90%. And that's important for a team that's probably been turning the ball over a little bit more than they'd like. Well, that's one way to kind of make up that difference. At least you're making the most of your times at the charity stripe. And get a turnover themselves, forcing turnovers. A big part of the LaSalle offense today. Simmons, extra pass, Brown, his spot. Couldn't hit that one. That's the first 3 in about 2 games that he's missed from that corner.
I mean, Bob, just going back, I mean, it's called the charity stripe for a reason, and LaSalle takes advantage of it. And one thing that you can also take away, I know for me being an NBA buff like I am, I always look at draft classes, and an important note to make is to tell how good a shooter is to look at their free throw percentage. That's very important to see how much work they put into their shot, especially from the charity stripe. And this LaSalle team certainly takes advantage all the time of that line.
Sam Brown just initiating the contact, recognizing that the defender wasn't in legal guarding position. Jamel Lindsay, the head coach of Abraham Lincoln, not happy about the call, but not much he can do. He forces the issue. The defender wasn't in legal guarding position. Excellent job by this LaSalle senior.
Thomas certainly tried to do his best to get out of the way and sort of manipulate his body in the air to hit the ball, but Sam Brown just playing his physical style of basketball, being able to get to the line.
I know we introduced our broadcast team at the jump, but again, I'm Bob Long, excited to be here broadcasting LaSalle basketball. We had a great year doing football and different things throughout the Catholic League. Great to be here today. Ray Gomez with me, class of 2022 here at LaSalle, a student broadcaster. Happy to have him and his brother Will, also a student here at LaSalle, on the camera. We've had an excellent time doing games with 3 or 4 students this year. It's been fun. It's been the most student involvement we've had in these broadcasts, so we appreciate all you guys and what you've done. That's a great pass for Tim Jennings. The assist goes to Sam Brown.
Sam Brown can do it all. That's all I have to say, Bob. I know one thing that I've heard is, I remember my dad asking me when I came home, what sport can Sam Brown not play? And that certainly few. One of the most athletic guys on this team, and certainly showing it off there.
That's a good block there by Tahir Davis. Now here's the lob. Couldn't finish on the alley-oop. Shields got the ball, and he's fouled. That's going to go against Amir Thomas, his second. LaSalle into the double bonus for the remainder of the first half. $1:25 to play in this first half.
I mean, Bob, I also
beg your pardon. That's 3 quick ones. His 3rd personal foul.
Wow.
So that's certainly of issue as we head towards the final moments of this first half.
I mean, that's always a negative you have to say with this aggressive style of defense. You have to trade it off with the fouls that come with it from that aggression, trying to get that ball. But, I mean, this Lincoln defense certainly has played well. Towards, I would say, the best point, as you would probably agree, is towards the beginning of the second quarter where they got all those turnovers. It's sort of slowed down. LaSalle's been able to break the press that they continue to come out in. If I'm Lincoln, I'm looking at the board going into halftime, seeing what other defensive strategies I could use to try and throw this LaSalle offense off, because it certainly has been hot this whole game, Bob.
Yeah, 41 points in a 16-minute first half. Only 15 minutes into that 16-minute first half. That 3 is well short. And LaSalle's been able to get out on the run early and often here today. Williams, and nobody was there. He threw it away. Numbers for the Rail Splitters. And the reach on Sam Brown.
I mean, Bob, this LaSalle team, I have to say that these points are greatly helped in all the scoring from the line. They've gone to the foul line many times throughout this first half and certainly taken advantage of it.
Malachi Montgomery. On the contrary, Lincoln has struggled from the stripe. Horace Simmons checks into the game. Perhaps a little offense defense as Joe Shields heads to the bench for the final minute of the second quarter. One of 2 for Lincoln. Some of you may have been expecting to see LaSalle on the road tonight. Knocked out of bounds. LaSalle will maintain possession. Expected to see the Explorers on the road against Cardinal O'Hara High School, and that was expected to be the case. O'Hara could not play today, and so LaSalle did a great job to get this game on the schedule. Lincoln coming off a 1-point loss to St. Joe's Prep just before the new year, had an opening on the calendar, as did LaSalle. Got the game scheduled. You love to see that. And that game against Cardinal O'Hara rescheduled for Wednesday the 12th at Cardinal O'Hara. Good job by Chris Williams. Got his defender into the air, launched into him, created the contact. He'll shoot 2 at the line, 37 seconds left in the first half.
How good is Williams at creating this contact? He certainly has shown his skill on being able to cause all these defenders to come in on him as he's trying to finish at the rim. Bob, if I'm LaSalle right now, I'm thinking keeping up this pressure in the second half. Certainly what they like to see in this first half.
They've simply been able to. Now they have turned the ball over a few more times than I think Mike McKee would like, but they've created so many easy baskets against the pressure. I hear what you're saying in terms of the best way to beat pressure is to move quickly and create easy buckets, force the opposition out of that defense. I don't know that Lincoln's going to necessarily come out of that defense. It's what they know and what they do. But LaSalle on the precipice, putting this to a 30-point game heading into the half. They're going to get one more possession, an opportunity to do so. Nick Sperano in transition. Got it to go.
I was getting ready to see that putback by Horace right there.
And that one won't count. 45-16 the score. I'm going to head down and talk to one of the coaches for this Explorer team. Be right back. All right, head coach Mike McKee, great start, 45 points in 16 minutes of basketball. What went well?
Well, when we're strong with the ball, good things happen. You know, when you're strong, when your behavior's strong, the referees give you respect. When you fall on the ground and you don't go after the ball with two hands, all right, that's when you get in trouble. But we were pretty good for the most part, being strong with the ball and acting the right way. When you do that, all right, usually good things happen.
Well, we appreciate you taking a few minutes. Quick halftime, so go talk to your team. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Mike McKee will send it back up to the booth, and we'll go to half.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage, dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like?
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh.
Welcome back. Second half beginning here on Bob Long Sports. This portion of today's game brought to you by Winning Search Solutions, owned and operated by Mike Winning, LaSalle class of 1974, and a current Alumni Association board member. He offers full-service property and casualty recruiting for all of your insurance hiring needs. Mike was with a carrier for 20 years prior to launching Winning Search Solutions in 2007, so he knows the industry well. If you're looking to fill any leadership, technical, or support positions, get in touch with Mike at 215-779-0883 or email him at mwinning@winningsearchsolutions.com. Bob Long, Ray Gomez, Will Gomez alongside here as well as we get ready for the second half. LaSalle has put it to Lincoln in this first half, leading by 29 points. And Ray, if this does go at any point to a 30-point lead for LaSalle, it'll revert to a running clock from there in and will not revert back to a non-running clock even if that deficit gets back inside 30. So LaSalle, they're about to get rewarded for their first half play. Lincoln trying to change that, long on the shot, and it's going to go to LaSalle in the opening possession of the second half.
Bob, as you said, they're coming out in this aggressive press as they have been for the whole game. You weren't lying when you said that they're going to stick to this defensive identity. I like the effort by Abraham Lincoln High School there.
Nick Ferrano hits the three, and now we do go to a running clock. Ferrano, his third triple of the afternoon.
If you're the Rail Splitters, Bob, what do you think is the best idea to break this zone? LaSalle has certainly been able to hold them with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a little crisper ball movement. They've turned the ball over a little too much. LaSalle's played well defensively. Now Chris Williams set up for three, in and out. Sam Brown got the rebound, and he's hit. Foul's going to go against Nassim Wright, 7-12. Again, and ticking to go in this third quarter.
I mean, Bob, as you said, LaSalle's certainly been able to get to the line through all the fouls, and the Rail Splitters have certainly had some problems with fouls throughout this game, and we're going to have to look at how that affects their rotations for this second half.
Jennings has the ball ripped away from him. Horace Simmons trying to tee up the block. Does just that. Excellent from Horace Simmons, the junior. Brown, corner three. And another offensive rebound. Horace Simmons, no. Williams brings it down. Brown into traffic, a lot of contact. They're going to call that on the floor. Second team foul against Abraham Lincoln High School here in the second half. Third personal against Nassim Wright. He only had one going into the halftime break, Ray, but the first two of the second half, both against him. Now Jennings. And a double dribble called against Tim Jennings inside. The traveling violation was the signal, but it was putting the ball on the floor, picking it up, and putting it down a second time. Good baseline drive, everything but the finish. Now a fadeaway, that'll get over the front rim. Nassim Wright.
I like the effort or the intensity that this bench for Abraham Lincoln High School is still bringing, still cheering on their teammates. I love to see that.
Horace Simmons, he's hit hard. He'll shoot two at the line. Amir Thomas didn't want to be put on the poster, and so he'll send him to the line for two.
I mean, this LaSalle team's just showing off its athleticism, getting to this rim, and I was expecting a jam. I almost wanted a picture of that if he could have finished that.
Still shot. Throw it on your poster board. Absolutely. Full timeout on the floor. Opportunity to tell you about Station Tap House, our favorite place to go before, during, or in this case, thinking about what you're doing after the game. Dinner plans, go over to Doylestown. Station Tap House does a wonderful job. Great food, lots of TVs, nice designated party space if you're looking to do something with family or friends. And they're doing it all safely in the midst of everything going on right now. The Wade family big advocates of LaSalle, and they have been involved with the school for a long time. Pay it forward. Support a LaSalle-initiated and a LaSalle-run business. And just generally, even if you're a high school sports fan, you want to support the folks that are supporting high school athletics, and the reason that these games can be brought to you every week here on Bob Long Sports, and just even beyond the folks that do it with us, the folks that are doing it around this area and who support broadcast entities to bring action to you. Those are the businesses and the entities that you should be supporting. I want to tell you again about E&M Insurance, LLC, run by Chris Marr, class of 1989, Alumni Association board member. If you're looking for property and casualty insurance on the personal or commercial side, he can help you with that. He can help you if you have a son or daughter getting into driving age. Service, coverage, rates. It's the whole package with E&M Insurance in North Wales. Visit them at eandminsurance.com or visit their Facebook page. Simmons continues a fantastic day at the line.
I think there's some confusion on the sub right over there with the ref.
Yeah, I'm confused too. He was at the scorer's table. He didn't let him check in after the first free throw. And number 5, Tahir Davis, remains at the scorer's table. Who knows?
We're all human after all, Bob.
50-18 the score. LaSalle going to roll the victory here this afternoon. Good three. Comes from the corner. Tamir Powell over the outstretched arm, and the closeout, Sam Brown.
Powell getting most of his buckets, or I think all of his buckets in the first quarter from the rim.
Great pass inside. Nassim Wright. One-handed pass from Tamir Powell. Horace Simmons the other way. That's a controlled finger roll at the basket, and we go back and forth.
It's almost like a football game out here, Bob, with these long passes.
Yeah, 3 lay-ins in the span of about 10 seconds. Simmons open for 3.
Horace Simmons, I mean, what a great player LaSalle has, at least for one. They have him for one more season. An amazing athletic guy. Does a great job on the defense and offensive side. He can score everywhere, too. I mean, 6'6", you saw him almost dunk the ball in the last time. He's also their leading three-point shooter, just really showing his skill for this LaSalle team.
Chris Williams brought down on the play. Amir Thomas scored on the last time down the floor for Abraham Lincoln. He now takes a seat, has those 4 personal fouls. 3:42 to play third quarter. Simmons across the timeline, and he traveled with it. Timeout on the floor. We will tell you now about the Jamison Poorhouse. Located, you guessed it, in Jamison, run by the Wade family. Family food and fun when you head to Jamison Poorhouse. A great spot to go to check out what's going on. Local community place. Do a great job with a wonderful food and drink selection. We appreciate their sponsorship of Bob Long Sports throughout the football and basketball season. Thank the Wade family for everything they do in the area. Also, Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Garen Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Fox and Roach Realtors team. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, simple as that, you can call them up. Might be 6 months down the road, might be tomorrow. They can help you through the process, all free of charge. Certainly when you're buying the house, they can run you through that entire process and get you to the finish line. They did that for my family, and we couldn't be more appreciative. Pay it forward and go see Jim and Carrie, our favorite realtors. Here's a drive into the lane. Good hands that time by Verano. Makes its way underneath. No shot. Horace Simmons picks up the foul. Nassim Wright contacted underneath. First team foul on LaSalle here in the third quarter.
Wright didn't look happy about that call. He thought he went up and he got the foul there, but
yeah,
didn't get it
in the act, yeah.
I think I agree with him there. I think he did go up in that Horace hit him while he went up.
.234 and ticking, third quarter. Tough drive inside. Good finish. Rashawn Locke-Hicks.
He may be my height, but he certainly shows off the skill that he has in this game.
Yeah, you don't love your chances one-on-one. There's an offensive foul. Locke-Hicks, he certainly went down a little easy, but it's the extension of the elbow, the extension of that off arm, what's going to cost Chris Williams. First personal on Chris Williams. Again, in the midst of a running clock here, I know the deficit is less than 30 right now, but it did get above 30 shortly into the second half. Actually, the first LaSalle Explorer offensive possession in the second half. And so we will run to the conclusion of this game. Ryan Sword's going to pick up a ticky-tack one at the elbow. His second personal foul, team's third. 1:32 and ticking here in the third quarter. Locke-Hicks, not that time. A man's rebound there by Horace Simmons. Simmons, extra pass to the corner, Sword, got it. It's really good offense.
I think LaSalle, I mean, a lot of these guys, these starters for LaSalle are seniors, but I think they're certainly in good hands next year with Simmons, as I think he will rise up to the occasion, be the leading scorer next year, certainly do a good job with this LaSalle team.
Simmons, a guy with multiple and many, I think it's double digits now, D1 offers. A guy that will be playing at the next level.
Oh yeah, Bob, especially with his height and his skill, I would be surprised if he didn't play at the next level D1.
And that time, sharing the love. Horace Simmons got the assist on the three from Sword. Sam Brown the extra pass to Horace Simmons. Giving up a good shot for a better shot. That's the Villanova mantra. And LaSalle doing it well. That's Rashawn Locke-Hicks hitting the two with a floater.
I feel like we're saying his name a lot in this third quarter here, Bob.
5 seconds, we'll give it right back to Lincoln. Final 12 seconds left in the quarter. Extra pass, good looking three-point attempt, it's good. That'll end the third quarter. LaSalle 57, Lincoln 36. Again, it'll be a little too little too late, especially with a running clock in the fourth quarter, but you love Lincoln and their ability to continue fighting Ray throughout this third quarter.
I couldn't agree more, Bob. I love the effort and what their bench is doing and cheering on their teammates. That's what you love to see in this sport.
I'm going to tell you about Binswanger now. Doug Kelly on the LaSalle Alumni Association board. He's in the commercial real estate space. So if you're looking to either your business owner, you want to sell your current space or your building, looking to lease it out, looking to sell, lease back, you want to buy a building, Doug Kelly can help you through that entire thought process. He's really more than just an agent. He's an advisor to you because that's a complicated space out there. Buy or lease, it's a really, really hard decision. You need somebody who lives it, breathes it, does it every day, especially in today's society where hybrid models, in person, etc. How much space do you need? There's a lot of expanding warehouses out there. Doug can help you through that entire process. If you're a business owner or just generally in the commercial space and are looking to buy or lease or sell, call Doug Kelly, Binswanger. Getting some love over here, Ray. That's student section shouting us out. It's your boys over there.
Yeah, exactly. All those seniors.
All right, 8 minutes left, fourth quarter.
I love the passion that the Rail Splitters head coach Mel Lindsley is bringing to this game. Those team may be down, and it's not the game that he would want. He still brings this effort and this love for the game. That's why I love basketball so much, is this passion that these coaches bring. Mr. McKee, another great coach, and they both have great teams here, great kids, and you just love to see that even when his team's down, he really represents what this sports is about.
A wild finish by Chris Williams, 59-36. Yeah, this Lincoln team a little shorthanded today. Chris Murray no longer there. Another key player not in the lineup here today. Sorge hit one from there earlier, not that time. Numbers, Lincoln, contact, count it, and one. Rashawn Locke-Hicks, he'll shoot one more at the line.
I feel like we've been saying his name a lot here, Bob. He certainly brought some life to this Abraham Lincoln Rail Splitters team in this second half.
But again, so this game here, Monday, 4 o'clock, non-league game, Lincoln focused, just like LaSalle is, on the remainder of the season. It'll be LaSalle basketball. And so what comes next for LaSalle, again, barring another postponement, you sure hope not, is Catholic League play. And Lincoln's going to get into the heart of Philadelphia Public League play. These are two teams that are going to have plans to play deep into February and maybe even into March. So from a standpoint of this game, yeah, maybe not as meaningful from a league standing standpoint, but learning a lot about each other. Abraham Lincoln, they're going to go down here today, but an opportunity to get healthy, get right, get your right guys out there on the floor, and go take care of business in the Public League. LaSalle, they got a gauntlet coming ahead of them in the Catholic League. Sam Brown, that's blocked. Going to get his own rebound. And they'll reset.
I mean, Bob, as you said, this Catholic League is certainly going to be one heck of a fight this year to see who comes out on top, and I'm excited to be able to cover it here on LaSalle's point of view with you for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Ray Gomez with us, class of 2022 here at LaSalle, student broadcaster. We've involved 3 or 4 student broadcasters over the course of the year. It's been great. Danny Rovey will be back with us soon. Former student AJ Carabello was with us in recent games. Will Gomez helping us out on camera. It's been a great staff, good team, good learning opportunities for these students. As Sam Brown hits it.
I think you couldn't say it better yourself, Bob. This is the job I hope for the future, and you give me this great opportunity. I can't thank you enough.
Nah, it's been fun having you, man. It really has. No good on the 3.
I also want to shout out Will Ryan. He's another broadcaster, great guy. Always helps me with stats and film and stuff for WXP. Great dude.
Nick Verano, his 4th triple of the night, 64-38. And a carry. It's going to go against Abraham Lincoln. Now the substitutes come in for Lincoln, I would guess. Well, the tough thing is, Ray, on a normal day, LaSalle would be sending most of their reserves into the game as well. But guess what? Cardinal O'Hara had issues on the varsity side. That would have been the game tonight at 7. They did not have issues on the JV and the freshman side. So LaSalle only has 8 guys on the bench here today. It's about as deep as they would go anyway. But all of the JV guys, make that 9 deep. Caleb Bryant sitting on the bench as well. But all those JV guys that might get in a blowout like this are getting ready to tip off against Cardinal O'Hara as we speak. So different situation for the Explorers.
And we wish those guys best of luck against Cardinal O'Hara. And I think they'll certainly give them a run for their money in that game. And as you said, Bob, yeah, we might the depth of the JV players not being here, obviously. I'm sure Coach McKee, he would love to put them in, get them that varsity experience that I feel like is so important in high school, but.
Yeah, it's just, it's a tough situation, right? It's totally unique. Games being postponed. We all know why. And it's just these coaches have to deal with a lot logistically, and I commend them for doing so, particularly the school administrators, the athletic directors having to schedule these things, reschedule them, make sure the gym's available. It really is a Herculean effort by everybody involved with these schools, and have to commend them for that. We're down to the final 3 minutes left in this one. 64-38 the score. Horace Simmons got inside, ton of contact, nearly got it to go off the backboard.
Horace Simmons, I feel like we've seen him on the line almost the whole game. He's certainly been taking advantage. I don't think has he missed a shot? I don't think he has.
I didn't have him missing a free throw. Maybe one we've missed, but. Caleb Bryant sits at the scorer's table. He's going to exit for the shooter, Simmons. Assuming a make, and there's the make. Caleb Bryant, his first action of the afternoon, 2:45 to go. A dribble drive, extra pass to the corner.
I gotta say, Bob, I know we talked about it, but I love seeing these juniors out here with these seniors, because I feel like, as I've talked about in previous games, these seniors on this LaSalle team are so great and such great leaders that the juniors being out there, it will really help them build those leadership qualities that Coach McKee, when I sat down to interview him, thought was so important to his team. And being on the court with them really helps them, and being on the same team. It's just great to see that community that LaSalle always says active in a team.
Eddie Howard got the bucket on the other end, 66-40 the score. Final couple minutes of this one. Again, want to thank Will Gomez and Ray Gomez on the broadcast with me here today. Next up for LaSalle will be Friday night, and the plan is for that one to be right here at LaSalle College High School. Tip-off at 7 p.m. against Bonner Prendergast. Pretty good team, the Friars this year. Actually, as it turns out, a common opponent to this Abraham Lincoln team. Actually, a team, Abraham Lincoln was able to beat Monsignor Bonner. They also played Philadelphia Catholic League opponents, West Catholic, O'Hara, and St. Joe's Prep. But excited to see the Friars coming to town on Friday evening. We'll be on the air a couple minutes before 7 here on Bob Long Sports. Two minutes, 5 seconds left to go. Running clock as we've had throughout the majority of the second half.
Abraham Lincoln still bringing that pressure that they brought all game. I love the consistency, Bob. Staying true to their guns.
Yeah, they know what they do well, and they stay to it. Now, LaSalle, they've done a nice job of not committing too many turnovers, more than offset by the easy buckets they've gotten in transition. Great look for Sorge, no good. Kyrie Jenkins comes the other way. Abraham Lincoln, they played a competitive game last year in the District 12 title game against eventual state runner-up at the 6A level, Archbishop Wood. Nick Sforano into the front court. He'll pull this one up. Today, as Caleb Bryant going to be called against Lincoln High School. Bryant will go to the line. So this game will also be a loss, but again, right, not quite as competitive. I think this Lincoln team has some things to learn. We talked about getting a couple of guys who aren't here today back on the floor for them. We'll be a different team heading into public league play. And who knows, may see a team like this again in a District 12 title game or third place game or whatever it may be. You know, both teams, 6A teams. Offensive rebound for Sorge, no. Caleb Bryant's going to go over the top. An impressive athletic move there. Final minute of play.
I mean, Bob, for this Rail Splitters team, it's important that they have these losses to learn from them. I think it's important that you lose and you learn from it. I feel like that's overlooked for some teams, and I feel like they're going to come back they're going to come back and be very good in the public league, and I think that we could see them back for public league play in District 12.
Don Martin, good finish there, final 16 seconds. Down to the final 11 seconds. And we're going to send Ray Gomez down. He'll try to grab one of the victorious LaSalle Explorers, your choice. A lot of good games to choose from amongst this LaSalle team. Victorious here today, LaSalle 66-42 against Lincoln. An abbreviated schedule. Very quick on the scheduling. This one last minute when the Cardinal O'Hara game, or make that the, Cardinal O'Hara. LaSalle was going to go on the road tonight could not make that trip. Cardinal O'Hara had issues in their program, so got this one scheduled. Good on LaSalle and Lincoln for scheduling a game like this. The Explorers a big win. We'll send it down to Ray Gomez momentarily, and it looks like he's grabbed Horace Simmons.
So, Horace, obviously, you had a great game along with the whole LaSalle team. What are your thoughts on the game? What did you guys do right, and what you guys need to improve on?
I think we just played well together as a team. We got on transition, scored a lot in transition, and we were able to hit our free throws because they was fouling us a lot. So I feel like those are positives. Negatives, I feel like we turned the ball over a little too much, but those are things we can clean up and just get better.
Good job, man. Great game. Thank you.
Ray, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good work down there on the floor, getting Horace for a quick question. We'll let him go celebrate with his teammates. For Will Gomez, Ray Gomez down there on the floor, I'm Bob Long saying so long here from LaSalle High School, and we'll see you back here on Friday night, 7 o'clock tip. The opener for Philadelphia Catholic League play against Monsignor Bonner, Archbishop Prendergast High School. Until then, take care, everybody.